Well, hello and welcome to another stay-at-home video. I'm Ernest, as you know, probably. Right. Today I woke up to very sad news from Brazil. I was not even intending to do anything Brazilian themed today, but but we got news today that one of the biggest and most important voices of from the 70s, 80s, and even 90s in Brazil passed away today. His name was Moraes Moreira, and he had a stellar career ranging from the 60s. He and a bunch of young kids, they started this band called the Novos Baianos. I mean, the new Bahia people, right? And they were kind of like an extension of the whole tropicalismo thing, right? Because so they started around like late 60s, but in the early days, they were this really electric rock band. A lot of improvisation, lots of electric guitar and distortion. The band was formed by the main guys were Moraes Moreira, a guy called Paulinho Boca, right? Boca de cantor means like a Paulinho singer's mouth, right? Baby Consuelo, now Baby do Brazil, who actually was the one who told me about Moraes Moreira's death even before I hit the news. Also, her then husband, Pepeu Gomes. Bass player was called Dadi, D-A-D-I, and he's one of the most sought after studio bass players and live bass players in Brazil. I mean, people like have to. They go they according to Marisa Monte, who he's playing with right now. I mean, they have to fight to get him to play with them because everybody wants the guy. The guy's an amazing bass player, guitar player. It's really good, fantastic musician. I've seen him perform with many bands. I mean, I've seen him with Caetano Veloso. I've seen him playing with Rita Lee. I saw him playing with Marisa Monte, and also a rock band called Barão Vermelho. So he played with everybody. I mean, he's still with us. All of them are except for Moraes Moreira. He's the first former member of Novos Baianos to pass, as far as I know, and he was this incredible talent, and I was very sad. Although I was not really a big fan of his, I got to know his music through my older cousins because I have a numerous cousins. Some of them are much older than I am. Yeah. And but some of them are much closer to me in age. And I had three cousins, three female cousins: Marilia, Sylvia, and Carla, who I'm mentioning here for the first time. They were the one that were closer to me in age, and they really like introduced me to a lot of Brazilian sounds. Um, but anyway, continuing to with the story of Novos Baianos. So they were this really electric rock band, and but they came under the wing of João Gilberto, that guy who invented the bossa nova thing, right? So he kind of influenced them to go back into more traditional sounding, more acoustic things, and with that they flourished. I mean, their career just flourished. They embraced the more acoustic sound, the more traditional sound, and all the way into the late '70s when they broke up, and they all had amazing solo careers, and that's that. I mean, and they did reunite a couple of times. The last time they reunited was I think it was just at 2015 or 2016. They did a show in Bahia. It was their last show together, and I was lucky enough to get to hear it because it was live streamed by this radio station in Bahia called Cultura FM, right? FM Cultura, and because I used the TuneIn app, I listened to a lot of these radio stations outside the country, and Cultura, Rádio Cultura. I'm not sure if that's the name of the station. They streamed the show, so I heard the whole thing. It was amazing, and the sound quality was like, I hope somebody recorded it and it's released sometime. I mean, maybe it was released. I don't even know because I'm not up to date with Brazilian releases in Brazil, right? I know stuff. Brazilian music that gets here, I get to know about it, but stuff that's released there, I really don't know. But I'm guessing it was recorded, and I'm sure that if it was, um, it should be released because it was a freaking amazing show, even though the sound quality that I heard was not the best. Right, and so when I heard about his passing, I thought, well, I gotta pay tribute to him somehow. But his songs are so complicated. So I started looking through his catalog, and I remember there was this one song that's not that hard to play, and because it doesn't have any of those crazy chords, right? So this one is called Preta Pretinha. It was from it's from the era of the Novos Baianos, right? And it's very simple. It's only two chords, almost except for like a little passage. It's mostly two chords, the whole thing. It's so here we go. I'll play abbreviated version because the original is much longer. I'll skip some repetitions. Enquanto eu corria, assim eu ia me chamar. Enquanto corria a barca, me chama. Enquanto corria a barca, me chama. Enquanto corria a barca, por minha cabeça não passava. Somente só, assim vou lhe chamar, assim você vai ser. Somente só, assim vou lhe chamar, assim você vai ser. Somente só, assim vou lhe chamar, assim você vai ser. Preta, preta, pretinha. Preta, preta, pretinha. Preta, preta, pretinha. Preta, preta, pretinha. Abre a porta e a janela e vem ver o sol nascer. Abre a porta e a janela e vem ver o sol nascer. Abre a porta e a janela e vem ver o sol nascer. Abre a porta e a janela e vem ver o sol nascer. Eu sou um pássaro que vivia voando, viva voando sem nunca mais parar. Ai, 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 saudade, não venha me matar. Ai, 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 saudade, não venha me matar. Ai, 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 saudade, não venha me matar. Ai, 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 saudade, não venha me matar. Eu ia lhe chamar enquanto corria a barca. Me chama enquanto corria a barca. Me chama enquanto corria a barca. Eu ia lhe chamar enquanto corria a barca. Chama, chama, chama. So here's a toast to the memory of Moraes Moreira. May he rest in peace, and may his music continue to inspire us all. Goodbye.